the Rocky and Derrick Show. I'm Kashmira.
And I'm Tyra.
And today we're at Elsewhere Museum interviewing Joshua.
So, my artistic practice began and always revolves around sound. My cello kind of is a second voice to me. It says the things that I can't. I started playing when I was in 5th grade. And came to music kind of in college when I discovered jazz, when I discovered like Duke Ellington and Ella Fitzgerald, and that I had a tradition and a culture and a heritage. And it's become kind of the piece that I build all of my visual work around. This is Guerre, French for war, a piece that I just did at Flux Factory. In it, I use kind of Yoruba and Haitian visual language in order to kind of meditate on the connection between war and technology. If you think about it, most of our technologies spring from war. We carry around walkie-talkies in our hands. We have a device which constantly listens, and our pictures are being uploaded and compiled and used to advertise to us and to support this kind of military police state. At the same time, technologies allow us room to clear the way for other things. They're the impetuses of social change. Without the technologies we have, I'm not sure that as a genderqueer black person could be walking around safely the north streets of Greensboro, North Carolina. And so I kind of just wanted to deal with that. Deal with the baggage. To create a work that, like, plays the music. You know, sometimes my work, like, plays music even when I'm not playing music. There's music being played through sight. And then the music I play just harmonizes with the visual work. So this is another work that was in the same space. What the fuck you fuck the world for?
Yeah.
And it's, this is shots of the work. I hope you can get a bit of a picture. But interestingly enough, I planned this work about 2 years before I showed it. And right after I showed it and I planned it to be in the space, and then Trump got elected. And it was about a week after. And it just kind of gave the work another meaning, but the meaning of the work remained the same. I want to ask America, and the global powers of capital which continue to shape our world, why did you fuck the world? Why this need for greed? Why this need to sully our waters, our air? Why this need to kidnap entire swaths of people and condemn them to centuries of purgatory and struggle? Why? I mean, to what end? What sense does it make? And what to do about it? It's a question that I still haven't answered, and I'm not sure that will be answered when I'm in my grave. And I don't know. That's where that work is. So these works kind of came out of my work in college, and But I Can Pray was like the work that really made me come into being an artist. At Oberlin, I developed under the tutelage of two people, Adenike Sharpley and Ralph Jones III. Ralph Jones is an incredible multi-instrumentalist, a student of Yusuf Lateef. He played with Ella Fitzgerald back in the day, Duke Ellington, like, name it, he knows him, he's played with him. And he heard me playing one day in college. When I wasn't sure I wanted to play the cello ever again. I grew up in a classical tradition, playing like Bach and Brahms and Beethoven, and it literally hurt my body. The competition, the striving to get that one seat, it wasn't helping me develop as a human being. And it wasn't my culture. It wasn't based in the songs that I grew up singing in my grandmother's church in Alabama. I couldn't taste the collard greens when I played music. And so I started making rituals to find what is an art space that I can create where I do have those flavors. And I usually serve collard greens at my openings, which goes great in New York. They're screw wine and cheese. Yeah, and so this one was about clarity and finding a way and finding a path. I tend to adhere to simple themes, kind of like, almost like a jazz head. I find the most freedom in a tune like Someday My Prince Will Come, which is just like, what, 5 changes and a couple notes? But in that, you have so much freedom to just go. So if I think of just a really simple theme like clarity, I have a lot of freedom just to move and don't know, spread my wings. I use things like crossroads a lot in my work. The idea that people are always between. I'm always in between. I'm between races. I'm between genders. I'm between worlds, seen and unseen. I am always in between, and I am always at a crossroads. But it's at the crossroads that the best stories can be told. I didn't have a studio when I graduated, and I missed a type of Nigerian cloth called abide. So I started working on denim. And I started painting on it with bleach. And I'm excited to be here in North Carolina, specifically Greensboro, for the history of denim here. Comb denim is my favorite denim in the world. I love it. It's like, denim is the American fabric, and I think comb denim is the American denim. But I use denim because of the history. You know, indigo, in the history of indigo, the history of slaves growing indigo, the history of my ancestors in Alabama picking cotton, the cotton fields that are still next to my grandmother's house in Alabama, the American industry, this idea of this hard working man's fabric that is, again, the American fabric, the American social fabric, the American cultural fabric, and the thing that we wear on our body to represent that. And so I'm trying to use this Western tool, these Western tools, this chemical bleach, inherently caustic and toxic, to mirror a world that I feel within me, that is like the Africa that my ancestors came from, that I will never be able to return to because time. This one is Lead Me, Guide Me, and it comes from an old spiritual. Lead me, guide me along the way. Lord, as my rock, oh, I will not stray. Lord, won't you walk each day with me? Lead me, oh Lord, lead me.
Amen.
I'm near out of time, so I'll go quickly. This one's on Judgment Day, just trying to reimagine the myth of Revelation that's used to kind of shame, scare, and oppress. And I've had enough of that in my life, so I decided to change it. In San Antonio, there's butterflies that fly over the city. They swarm the city near the Day of the Dead. So I just, in this painting, imagine Judgment Day as Gabriel blows his horn and everybody turns into a butterfly and flies away. This is Agwe. Agwe is a Haitian deity, and this is literally after I washed it. You can see the tub here. And Agwe is the ship. He takes you where you need to go. Smooth sailing. He's kind of the hand of God that just guides you along. So what I'm up to here? So I'm working on a piece called Fear No Joy Here. And it's kind of about falling in love. And come First Friday, I'd love to see all of you. I'll be performing, and there'll be rose-scented bubbles, and that's all I'm gonna say. So thanks everybody. I especially want to thank George and Emily and all of the Elsewhere staff. You're all holding it down on tech. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Yata and now I'm getting frustrated. Sava, Rotharan, Ash, and William. Sorry, oh gosh. It's getting hot in here. Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. Yeah.
Thank you for watching The Rocky and Derrick Show.
Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down or comment.
Visit our website, rockyandderrickshow.com, for upcoming events. Visit our photo and video gallery. Thank you.